Here's the latest news for Red Deer in central Alberta. $3 million from this year's provincial budget is going towards building a cardiac catheterization lab in Red Deer. The lab is where specialists can carry out tests that examine and evaluate heart health. The $1.8 billion renovation being done to the Red Deer Hospital will include 2 labs. They'll be complete by 2031. The province says an interim lab is needed to help the 450,000 people the Red Deer Hospital serves.
I don't think there is a person in central Alberta that doesn't know somebody who's had a heart attack or who has suffered some sort of a cardiac issue that has had to go out of city to be dealt with. And again, minutes matter.
Construction on the lab will begin in the fall and should be finished in early 2027. The province will cover startup and operational costs. The Red Deer Regional Health Foundation will pay the $22 million capital cost. An artist from Red Deer is trying to change how some people view the homeless. CTV's Merrick Takash has her story.
A while back, Lana Michelin found a project that reignited her passion for art.
So this project was very motivating because I think it was something like the theme of it is something that I could really believe in.
With help from Safe Harbor, an emergency shelter in Red Deer, Michelin started painting portraits of people using the shelter.
An idea of using art, which is kind of a universal language in a way, to try to make people actually see the people who are staying at the shelter as individuals with a lot of challenges.
Michelin took time to meet each person she painted. She documented their stories before taking a few photos to use as a reference.
So when viewers are looking at the portraits, they will also be able to read about what are the circumstances that led them to be unhoused.
The shelter manager at Safe Harbor Society says the response has been overwhelmingly positive.
A lot of them were very emotional. A lot of them were very almost embarrassed, thinking that they looked too good as to how they relayed her. You know, she made them look like people, which they absolutely are, but they don't get viewed that way a lot.
Michelin gave copies of each painting to Safe Harbor and the people she painted.
We even had a couple of our guests that got into permanent housing, and they came to collect their paintings, and they didn't want to take it until they could have a safe place to put it.
Her paintings are on display at the Lois Hole Library in West Edmonton until the end of April.
I do think that, you know, in some ways the wells of compassion have kind of run dry in our society in general in the last few years. And if it's just a chance to have people even just think about, you know, people who have grown up in harder circumstances, then I think it's worthwhile.
Starting in May, Michelin's artwork will be showcased inside the Red Deer Regional Hospital. Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
As the temperature changes, so do the conditions on community ponds and creeks. The city of Red Deer is reminding people to be cautious when on or near bodies of water. Bower ponds and neighborhood rinks are now closed for the season or are in the process of closing. Staff are assessing other outdoor ice surfaces. For more information, you can visit the city's website, reddeer.ca.
Taking a look at your Thursday forecast, temperatures a little bit chillier in the morning to start off, right around -11 to -13, so a little bit colder in the morning. Light wind will make it feel closer to about -18, so be ready for the chill in the morning. Then into the afternoon, warming quite nicely. 3 for Red Deer, 6 for Lacombe, and 7 for Rocky. More nice days to follow as we head throughout the weekend, then a bit of a cool off. Here's a closer look at your forecast.